What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. Going to be doing another What's Spinning today. Today I'm going to show the Combat Boot Camp series. Back in, I don't know, 1999, I believe it was, I picked up this box set from a friend in Germany who sent it to me, but it came with 5 CDs. You can see the 4 of the CDs in here. So you've got Possessed, 7 Churches, which of course is a thrash metal classic. Impaler, If We Had Brains, Dark Angel, Live Scars EP, and the Age of Steel, Mad Locust Rising EP. But the 5th CD was this Combat Boot Camp compilation. And this is a compilation of 3 records that came out in the 80s. Now, I had been aware of Powermat since they came out. I bought the Madness Begins EP as a new release. Did not know they had something that was released on vinyl earlier than that until I received this CD back in the day. I mean, in 1999, you know, the internet was something pretty new, so it's not like you could just go on the internet and look things up back then. It was still dial-up, as you recall. So I just didn't know. But in the early 2000s, I started looking for these things, for the record versions of it, and I picked them all up. And back then, you could pick up vinyl, thrash metal vinyl, for just $5 to $10 or under. I mean, people just weren't buying vinyl back in the early 2000s. It was just not, you know, in thing. Regardless, I did pick them all up. So here is the Combat Boot Camp series on the Combat Records label, and as you can see, that it's in a generic Combat Boot Camp sleeve with a die-cut hole. There you can see the center ring, and this is the Have Mercy. Have Mercy were from Baltimore, Maryland, I believe. And again, as you can hear in the background, that's them playing. It's just straightforward speed metal, I'd call it. Some people call it thrash metal. I wouldn't argue it either way. But you got everything I love about this style of music. Yeah, I love guitar solos. But yeah, great guitar solos. Lots of fast riffing, downbeats, double bass, you know, pummeling rhythm sections. Everything you want to have from a speed metal or thrash metal band, this band has. So what this series basically was they put out demos. And these demos on vinyl were supposed to help get these bands onto labels. And I don't think that Have Mercy ended up on a big label. Regardless, we still have this testament of how awesome they were, even as a demo band. This is some fantastic stuff. So there's one of the 4 releases. Next up is the second one up on the compilation is Napalm. And I'm going to go ahead and skip to one of their tracks, so we'll go right there now. So this is Napalm. So as you can hear, the intro there, you can hear this band's a little more aggressive than Have Mercy, more thrash metal, less speed metal in my opinion, and regardless, great stuff. And vocals is a little more aggressive as well. He's not doing the singing like you just heard in the Have Mercy stuff. It's just more of a thrash metal griff grunt. Still sings. I mean, it's just not that more melodic, high-pitched stuff that you just heard. So still some great solos, as you can hear. Fast downbeats, double bass, machine gun riffing, everything you love about thrash metal. These guys have it. This particular one has an insert in it, and not all of them had it. You can see on here that the Napalm was from Centerport, New York. So East Coast thrash metal. Really enjoyed this one too. This was a new discovery for me in 1999 on that CD. So, and next up, gonna skip over to a Powermat track. this is Powermat, and Powermat did sign with some bigger labels. They ended up releasing how you turn it down when I'm talking, huh? So Powermat did release an EP on a bigger label. They put out The Madness Begins, and shortly after that, they put out the Absolute Power album, full length. Broke up for a while, and I think about 4 or 5 years ago, they put out another great, pure thrash metal album, fantastic album, and haven't released anything since. But regardless, Baltimore, Maryland, I believe this band was from, and again, this was the start of another demo, another thrash metal band from history, and number 3 in this Combat Boot Camp series. For me, as you can hear, if you know Powermat at all, you can hear the vocals are just a little more aggressive and rough here than the more polished sound on the EP and the album. Anyhow, I really love this band. Now, this band definitely I would call speed metal, but they actually push towards power metal as well on some of the songs. Like, let me put the song on Nice Dreams. Nice Dreams is definitely more of a... And as you're going to hear, it's even the vocals are more melodic and it's more singing and less shouting. You know, less of that thrash metal shout, more of a clean, almost Rob Halford-esque style. And a lot of these songs were re-recorded on the Powermat one and were recorded for their albums, but these are definitely different versions, a little more raw, not quite as polished, which I particularly like. I actually think the vinyl on this series sounds better than the CDs. CDs are a little high-end, a little loud, almost... I mean, back then it was everybody was pushing the vinyl on CDs to ridiculous levels, to the point where it's almost like distorting at the top end. The vinyl is much warmer. Anyhow, I love Powerman. All right, the fourth one in the series, which was not on the CD, I found out about it later, is a band from Hartford, Connecticut. Brain fart there. And the band's called White Pigs. Now, White Pigs are much different than the other 3 bands. These guys they have 1 foot hard into punk, 1 foot hard into thrash. This is the definition of crossover sound. You know, almost to the point of hardcore, but I'd say more in the thrash metal vein, because they don't, you know, totally, it just rides that fence, you know. It's definitely more in the, you know, DRI, the Crucified, that kind of sound. Yeah. So, I dig these guys too. I'm just more into the straightforward metal and speed metal and thrash sound than I am into the crossover sound. But when I'm in the right mood, these guys, you know, do it as well. Very raw recording. Still very good recording. It's not a bad recording, but it's got that rawness that, you know, if you're a true metalhead, you kind of love that rawness. So, anyhow, that's the Combat Boot Camp series. I always stress about where to put these at. I kind of want to keep them together because they're part of a series. But the way I categorize them is I put them in by their band name. And I don't know, what would you do? Would you guys put them together as a series, or would you put them in their band names? Because I have all my records alphabetized by band name. so I kind of have to break them up and put them by their band names. But anyhow, I'm just curious, what would you guys do? That's it. Anyhow, I just wanted to show those records because that's what I've been spinning the last couple days. And yeah, I love guitar solos. By the way, I'm wearing my new Madras shirt. The new Madras album is the CD. If you order the CD from NoLifeTilMetal Records, the pre-orders are shipping early. They're coming out this coming week. And the vinyl, of course, had a much later release date, and those are not ready yet. But the CDs are shipping early, so you'll be getting your CDs in the mail soon. That's it. Appreciate you all watching. God bless. Stay strong.